Hello and welcome to our webinar. Today we're going to talk about talent onboarding revolution, in specific about seamless help desk and HR platform integration with a live demo. I'm Dmitry, head of product growth at Scavia, and I'm here today with Marcus, head of sales at Samat, and our technical expert, Sergey. We'll start with a brief intro of our companies, and then we will dive deeper into Samat product demo by Marcus. And after that, Sergey will show Scavia platform demo. The demonstration will include a real business case where a company needs to automate the onboarding process for new specialists. To implement this business case, it's necessary to create an integration pipeline that will include data integration from Zaho people to Samat and then from Samat to Slack. Such an integration pipeline will significantly reduce the workload of HR and IT teams and, of course, avoid risks caused by human factors. Dear attendees, feel free to ask questions in the Q&A session. We will answer them after the main part. So Marcus, please tell us about Samat and what value you bring to the market.
Okay, wonderful. So yeah, I will share my screen.
Sure.
Hopefully you now see it. Let me start very easily. What is Samat? Samat is a free ticket system, open source, full open source. So yeah, you can really download it here at samat.org, entirely free and anonymously. It's like Mozilla Thunderbird or Firefox. You can just download it and use it free of charge. What you need for that is a Linux-based operating system. Here you also find all the documentations for the entire software divided in 4 parts. The first one is how to install and operate the Samat server. The second one is how to configure Samat in the web interface. The third one is how to use Samat as an agent from the agent perspective. And there's a fourth one for developers who want to make integrations like Scavia did and so on. So yeah, please reserve this address here if you like to utilize Samat. The code of the Samat, the product, is owned by the Samat Foundation. So the foundation published the software free of charge here on the website. And the Samat company, we are the commercial arm behind the foundation. We only sell services. So on our website, samat.com, you will find all information. It's very transparent. We don't have hidden costs. You can find any prices, any costs here on our website. And we only sell services, as mentioned. So if you installed Samat on your own servers, then you can sign subscription for application support with us in 3 different packages based on different SLAs. In case you want to run Samat not on our own servers, you have also the possibility to go for hosted. There we offer also 3 plans. But please note, only the Plan Plus is the full software with all functionalities and all features. The other 2 parts are kind of subvention from our side, limited functionalities at a lower price. Furthermore, you find our additional services here at the service section. Here our free webinars, you can visit at any time. Then we have paid professional training. So this is the, let me say, the fundament training course for all the Samat administrators. They learn the Samat admin toolbox for their configuration. There we have a server administrator training for the server admins how to configure the server and maintain the server. And for agents, there's also an agent training event here. And at professional services, you find all our other services on a man-day rate, divided in different categories. Product evaluation, if you're not sure if Samat is the right system, then here you find the offerings. Then we have the product implementation with the typical steps of integration. Then you have developer workshops and training workshops as well. So everything we offer, you can find on our website with all the prices published. And if you like to contact us, feel free to do so, and we make a personal appointment to discuss your needs. I think that's enough for the first introduction. I think I come back soonest with my demo part.
Thank you so much, Marcus. So we have a little bit of more self-introduction, just for a couple of minutes. So dear attendees, please be patient. Now I'm going to share my screen again. So here we can find some more information about Samad. And now a few words about us as a company and as a platform. The company behind Scavia, has been in operation since 1997. Over the years, we've rolled out over 100 software solutions spanning data services, productivity, database management, and connectivity. These tools have been pivotal in streamlining tasks for developers and tech professionals, enabling more efficient outcomes with reduced exertion. While a significant portion of the Dwart's offering are on-premise, in 2015, we harnessed our accrued knowledge and all the insights in order to forge ahead with a modern data integration tool. And that's actually how Scavia was born. While we cater to a global audience, a large chunk of our clientele hails from Europe and the USA. Some of our customers represented on this slide come from a variety of sectors. Their decision to work with us reflects our ability to address the unique challenges of each industry. And we're humbled by their trust and remain committed to delivering solutions that meet their specific needs. Now Marcus is going to pitch Samad solution demo. So Marcus, the floor is yours.
Okay, so I'm back again. Now you see the welcome page of Samad if an agent logs into our solution. The agents are those who work on the tickets, who make progress on the incoming tasks. What you see here is a starting screen showing you the mood of the day. So it's not a reporting. There are some basic KPIs just to show yourself, is anything special today? You see the waiting time for your customers, how many tickets are assigned to you, is there any escalation, what is your rate of in-progress tickets, and how many tickets have been reopened. What you see quite well as well here is the split screen design. Samad is designed as an application that runs totally in one browser tab. So therefore, we splitted the screen to enable working on tablets and smartphones as well. The middle section you see here, this is the content area where the ticket handling is in and where the knowledge base, the internal wiki system, takes place. On the left side, you see the navigation bar for the agent. So this is the agent toolbox. And on the right side, there is an interactive information bar. Here on the dashboard, it's an activity stream logging all actions on the instance. If you are within a ticket, then you'll find the information on the case that you're handling here on the right side. Then you have additionally one click away the information on the customer contact who created the inquiry. And if the customer is associated with an organization, and that means in some other free entity that can be a B2B account, it can also be a department, a business unit, or a project team. So if the contact itself is associated with an organization, then you will find a ticket organization chapter here as well, showing you information about the organization behind the contact. And this organization is, again, associated with the ticket case. There are additional integrations available for CMDB databases and so on, so you can get additional patterns here. Before we talk about ticket handling, we should just showcase what is a ticket. Maybe some of you don't know. A ticket is a kind of conversation that is started through a specific channel, and that can be a multiple channel environment. So the typical case is usually the email. Within the email integration in Samad, you can assign an email account to a specific group in Samad. The group is the team of agents responsible for a specific topic. And as you see here, you can route one mail account to the HR group and one mail account to the internal IT group. So you can directly with the email channel assign the new tickets to a specific team. Additionally, there is a web channel. There's a web front end for your customers where they can create tickets. There is a contact form that you can use. You can enable SMS ticket creation through your customers. There's also a chat feature that we provide here. It's very easily just embed the script on your website, and then this little chat window comes up. And there are also social media accounts that can create a ticket. As soon as it is a ticket, then it is not anymore an email. So yeah, when it is a ticket, then it has some basic information associated with the inquiry. I want to explain it very shortly. The ticket is always assigned to a group. It's a mandatory information for every ticket, and the group is usually the department or the team of agents that work on this. Then there is an owner information. The owner is the responsible agent that is working on the progress and has the head on for the progress. If there is no agent assigned in the Summit context, it means the ticket is not in progress. Yeah? So to get a ticket in progress, you just assign an owner and then he is responsible for that. That declares why we don't have a state in progress. In our opinion, it's clear if there is an owner assigned, it's in progress. If not, then not. The ticket state reflects the to-do of the agent. So here you see there's closed, open, pending reminder, and pending closed. These are the typical 4 states we support. We can make more than this 4 upon request. It's no problem. You see the state of a ticket, you see with the color coding in Summit. So every ticket, as it needs to have a state, is also mandatory information. Every ticket has a color coding. I want to explain it shortly. If you see a green markup in Summit, that means the ticket state is closed. So there's no to do for the agent anymore. If you see a black markup, then there is a pending state set that is not reached yet. As soon the pending state is reached, the ticket turns yellow. It tells the agent, hey, the ball is in my field, I have to kick it, I have a to-do. If I don't do anything, there's no progress in the ticket. The same color is also for new and open tickets, because there's also a to-do for the agent. And there's an additional color red that is based on SLAs you set up in the Summit system. You can assign response time for a first response on new inquiry, for any update of the customer, the time the agent has to react on this new information, and the resolution time till the ticket needs to be closed. So that's now the state of a ticket. There's an additional priority. I think that self-declaring low, normal, high is the standard. And also for this, there is a color coding in Summit, but it's only visible in the overviews. The overviews are the to-do lists for the agents. As you see here, there is a light blue header line, a red header line, and a dark blue header line. Light blue means the priority is low. Dark blue means the priority is normal. And red means the priority is high. So in the overviews, in the to-do lists of your agents, everyone sees exactly the row of progress. You see the state and the priority, and that's the initial information you need to identify what I'm doing next. So now, there's one more mandatory information in every ticket, and that is the customer. Every ticket in Summit needs to be assigned to a customer, because otherwise you cannot contact him. Yeah, it's self-declaring. If you have a use case with an anonymous contact, then you need to create a dummy customer, something like this here, without an email address or something like that. It's possible as well, but usually there is a person behind the contact. The organizations in Summit, furthermore, have a specific, let me say, use case, because the ticket has a ticket organization, and their organizations can be shared. There's an attribute in Summit for that. And that means that every member of the organization can see all tickets of the organization. So in case you have the use case that you make an organization in Summit for a specific business unit or department because they are in the second floor and they have a common network printer or something like that, you can assign a ticket organization to a shared organization, and then all members of the organization see all tickets of the organization. It's quite helpful. What you can do furthermore in every ticket in Summit is you can set tags in Summit. This is indexing with a keyword. The tags have one very simple benefit. I can search here just for tickets with a specific tag by keying in the search variable tags and then the name of the tag. And so you can easily find tickets that have a specific tag. You can furthermore link tickets between each others in a sister, parent, and child relationship. That's very helpful if you have a complex topic that you split on upon more than one agent, and you want to create awareness about the other related tasks that needs to be done. Yeah, it's very helpful. Furthermore, Summit has an integrated wiki system, an internal knowledge base. Here you can set links to articles in the knowledge base, and this is a quite helpful feature because articles in the knowledge base can embed videos, embed pictures, set linked answers, so you can make a kind of documentation in the internal knowledge base, linking one article to the next one. You can add attachments to an article, and you can set web links. In general, the knowledge base is a kind of, let me say, content management system that we provide our customers. You can set up categories with subcategories and subcategories, and then you find the articles. Each category can be furthermore assigned with a specific permission management. So you can create sections in your knowledge base that are available only for admins or only for agents or only for specific customers. So you can also create knowledge base articles that are only available for customer of product group A or product group B or something like that. And even in an internal use case, internal IT, it might be helpful to have categories where only the sales department can see, where only the procurement can see for standard operating procedures and internal process descriptions and so on. The knowledge base can also be used if you reply to a customer. So when you press the reply button, it's like using Outlook or something like that. And then you can use text modules that really have variables inside. So you don't need to key in the names even for that. So yeah, and then you make usually text modules for your message structure. But when it comes to single point of truth content, then you can use the embedded full text search based on Elasticsearch, where you now can search for, let me say, helpful information in the knowledge base, and they are also like a text module embedded in the email draft. And as the knowledge base articles can contain attachments and videos and so on, you can use it for your internal and external use cases to provide single point of truth information within very short-term, very handsome automations here. Okay, so that's the basic, let me say, of at Summit, the ticket system. But now we come to a next step where at the end of the process, Scaria comes in touch. You can create own objects, own ticket attributes on your own behalf in Summit. So Summit has an internal CRM system where you can create whatever you want to save information. You can do this on the ticket level. So then it's related to the case you're handling. You can do it on the user level, and you can do it on the organization level. It's also possible on the group level, but there it makes no sense in my point of view. When you create a new object, you have different attributes the format can be. So there's a free text field, one line with limitation. Then you can make a text area field where you have more than one row. You can make a Boolean field, yes, no, true, false, approved, not approved, for approval workflows, for example. You can set integer fields for package dimensions or for latencies in connectivity. You can create date fields for, let me say, final dates or delivery dates or something like that. You can set date and time field for the next maintenance slot or whatever. You can set a single selection field with one can be chosen, or a multiple selection field, then you can add more values to the selection. And you also have the possibility to create single or multiple tree selections where you can build your entire product and service catalog within Summit and then assign to the ticket exactly what product, what hardware, what process you are in the moment. It's very helpful. So what you can furthermore do, just imagine you have different departments, then it could be that if there is a topic in that internal IT group that they want to assign a ticket specific information, what is the case I'm handling. This can also be relevant for reporting purposes and so on. But if you switch the ticket to another group, because in an internal process, it might be relevant to hand over one ticket to a next department in the process, then totally different fields appear here. So yeah, Summit has the possibility to show and hide and make mandatory or read-only attributes on your behalf. So it depends on your processes and so on. The same is also available on the user level. So here you see it, for example, you can create attributes where you assign the department, the job profile, the cost center, maybe the inventory numbers, or the approval limit for approvers or whatever. So every information you need to be saved in Summit to be available for the agent that handle the cases, you can synchronize through the REST API. So in Summit, every attribute, every information, everything you do, the front end you see here is just a graphical API client. So whatever you do when you press the save button, there is an API call performed in the back end to save the changes in the database. And this is where the end Skyria comes in, because they integrated with Summit based on the REST API. And whatever you do here, you can also do from external sources through the API calls. So in this scenario, Skyria is a very helpful tool to enrich data in Summit and enable a full visibility of 360-degree view on your customers, employees, or whatever you want to achieve in Summit. I think that's enough for the moment. If you have any questions later on, yeah, feel free to ask. We can talk about that.
Thanks, Marcus. Now we're going to watch a full live demo of a use case where Skyria plays a major role in data integration, aimed to simplify and automate collaboration between HR and IT departments. So Sergey, now the floor is yours.
Okay. I'll start sharing my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes. Yes,
great. So let me start. Skyria is a cloud data platform for solving different data-related tasks. It offers a number of products and tools for different use cases. The flagship product is the integration. It integrates different cloud apps, databases, etc. By loading data between the systems. Automation product is used for trigger action like automation. When something happens in one system, we perform action in another system. Query tool is a convenient tool for querying your data from data sources like the MUD and other cloud apps and databases from the browser using either Visual Query Builder or SQL commands. Connect is a connectivity as a service solution which allows you to publish data from different data sources via OData endpoints or SQL Web API endpoints. And backup is a product for cloud backup and restore. It currently doesn't support the MUD, but it supports a number of other data sources. As for integration, it offers several tools for different scenarios. Import tool is an ETL tool for loading data in one direction from source to target. It also can be used to import CSV files to some target. Export is used to export data from cloud apps and databases to CSV files, which can be automatically placed on file storages or downloaded manually. Replication is for creating a copy of your cloud data in a database with minimum of efforts and keeping this copy up to date automatically. So you can copy the met data to a database for data analysis or reporting in just a few simple steps. Synchronization is for bidirectional synchronization of two solutions. And data flow is a designer-based tool for more complex integration scenarios that can involve more than two data sources. And control flow allows you orchestrating other integrations, run them based on some custom execution logics in sequence or in parallel, etc. So let's proceed to our scenario. In our scenario, so we have selected the following scenario for our webinar. When a new employee record appears in Zoho People, we will automatically create an onboarding ticket in Zammad. When we give this new user some equipment and add the corresponding records to a MySQL database, we automatically write information, inventory numbers of this equipment to this ticket as nodes. And finally, when this onboarding ticket is closed, we automatically send a Slack message to the new user, some welcome message with link to documentation. So let's start. For the first step, creating a Zammad ticket for a new employee record, we will use import tool. First, we need to select source connection, Zoho People. And target connections Zammad. I have created connections already. If you don't have created connections, you can create new one. For example, for Zammad, we just need to specify your subdomain and access token to create a connection. And then we add import tasks. We select our source object in Zoho People employee object. We load only newly created records and select target tickets in Zammad. We can select any DML operation to apply in our import tool, and we configure mapping. For mapping, we support different kinds of mapping. We support column-to-column mapping, constants, expressions, source lookup and target lookup, etc. So here we map group ID and customer ID to constants. And let's also assign this ticket to a specific user. And for title, we will use expression mapping with expression that just creates a ticket with title employee onboarding, then email, followed by new employee name. Our expression editor allows you to validate entered expressions and to preview the result, to test the expressions you enter. And here you can use source columns. You can use a number of mathematical, string, date, time, etc. functions. Okay, let's save the task. Then we can schedule this integration for automatic execution. Our scheduling settings allow you to run the integration every day or on specific weekdays more often than once per day, so every few hours or even minutes. So you can achieve near real-time integration. For the purpose of our webinar, I'll run integrations manually, but they can be automated to run every few minutes, so everything will be done automatically without user interactions. Let's name our integration. Okay, so let's check how it works. We can see the tickets in our tickets in the mod. We have only one onboarding ticket here. Let's add a new record to Zoho people. Okay, let me accept this invitation. Okay, so the user is created. And let's run our integration. Okay, let's check our the mod, and now we can see the second ticket here. So our newly created onboarding ticket. Let's proceed to the two other steps. The next steps is to insert nodes for the equipment that we give and write records to MySQL database. Here we can see, so we use our data flow tool for this. We create a data flow by adding components to the diagram and connecting them. First, we need to add source component where we select source connection MySQL. We configure query that queries source data. So we query inventory numbers, given date, and inventory name, inventory item name and number. And we also select the corresponding user data, first name, last name, email from this MySQL database. Then we store the given date of so the maximum given date of piece of equipment to query only the recent the recent records next time. Then we add a calculatable column here that forms a ticket title from the source data. So like we did in previous integration, employee onboarding plus email plus username. Then we use lookup to query the corresponding ticket ID by its title that we formed in the extend component. And finally, we perform insert via a target component. Here we select the MAT connection, insert action. We insert data to ticket articles where we specify ticket ID that was obtained via lookup, and we specify the node subject and body. That's all that's necessary for our integration to run, but also we need to configure error logging. So we need to add successfully and unsuccessfully processed records to variables. So we create variables here. So for successful insert, and failed lookup. We count records via row count components that stores number of records passed into the specified variable. And also for failed inserts, we write the information into error log. So we create here an error log table with the specified columns, and via another target components, we write data to this error log. We configure mapping here. For every failed records, we provide error column with the information about the error for each record. That's all. And we output the results. We count successful rows as successfully inserted records here, and failed records as a sum of failed records with failed in lookup component and in target component. Now let's cheat a bit. So here is our MySQL table opened in our query tool. Let's quickly update its date its date times so that the record were treated as new ones. And let's run our integration. We can see that there are no nodes here. And now, after this integration is run, we can see already that it loaded 2 records successfully. And in our ticket, we can see nodes with inventory names and numbers. The final step of our integration is sending a welcome message in Slack after the onboarding ticket is closed. For this, we also use a data flow tool. First, we select recently closed records from the MUD, recently closed tickets. And then we check the condition if the title starts with employee onboarding, as we formed our title previously. And we send further only these records that match the condition. We select the last closed date, so the maximum value of last closed at field, and save it to last closed date variable, so that next time we queried only the newly closed tickets. Again, we form we get email from the ticket title using the expression here. in the extend component. Then we use lookup to find the corresponding Slack user. We look up for user by this email. Then finally we look up for the direct channel entry for this user, and we obtain its ID. And finally, we use this ID to add record to the corresponding channel in direct channels table with the following text using target component. Again, we have added the necessary components for error logging, for counting successful and failed records. So that's all. Let's close our ticket and see here this Slack dialog with the corresponding user. We change the state of ticket to closed. And let's run our integration. We can see that one record was already successfully loaded, so probably the message is already here, yes. So here we can see the request, this message. And by the way, though I run these integrations manually, but I repeat again that you can schedule every integration for automatic execution every few minutes, so everything will be done without any need for user interactions. That's all. If you have any questions, I am ready to answer them. Dmitry, are there any questions?
Thank you so much, Sergey, for a brilliant demonstration. It seems to me like everything is working smooth and clear, and I think that this use case would really prove useful for those companies, especially big ones that have a lot of employees hiring every day. So I think this could really reduce a lot of manual work and save a lot of human hours. Thank you so much for the demo.
Maybe a short addition from the Samat side here again. In the experience of what we know from our customers in these onboarding processes, the most time consumption is searching and finding information.
Oh, yeah.
So as you said, in a big company where you hire multiple people every day, these onboarding tasks in the IT are not only the inventory numbers. You have follow-up processes like purchasing hardware, purchasing licenses, and so on. So there's additionally a second step behind that with the procurement and cost approvals and so on. So yeah, the use case here was very rudimentary, let me say, for this specific onboarding process with the inventory numbers, but you can take the same integration method for all the other use cases that you have in your quite complex onboarding processes. And then it makes additionally more sense in the future. So I think it's not a secret that we are already working on custom attribute support for this API flow, where you can save the inventory numbers in the future, not only in the body text of a ticket node, you can directly import it to the user, and then you can enrich the data through other systems in the data flow chart. So then it will be an entire 360-degree view of your new employees and all the corresponding tasks to do that.
Absolutely agree with you, Marcus. Thank you for bringing this to us. Okay, so here are our contact details. So feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions, suggestions, or if you want to get a personal consultation regarding the implementation of automation through data integration. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.